With me now in the studio is an expert in all things Beatle, Dr. Robert Soule. It's Beatles. It's plural. You got it wrong. Not a good start. So how long have you been into the Fab Four? Actually, it's 2.5. 4. Surely it's 4. And that's up for debate. If you're a Beatles connoisseur like me, you'll be aware of the number of people given the title of fifth Beatle. Pete Best, George Martin, Ed the Duck. That many, you work out an average of 2.5. Ed the Duck. It's a bit like who's thousandth in line to the throne, or 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon, or Faken if you're a vegan. Ed the Duck was operated by Christoph McFlange, who's the granddad of the person who sold paint to Ringo Starr's second cousin, who appeared in a deleted scene in the Beatles film Help. And help is what people tend to scream at me when I dress up as Wolverine by blue-tacking mini spatulas to my knuckles and reenacting a scene from X-Men First Class which stars Kevin Bacon, which Paul McCartney has never seen. In fact, I've got a photograph of him not watching it here. How does that make 2.5? Well, it does. Do you want me to go through it again? No, thank you. So what's your most prized possession? My heart. I must admit, I'm not sure how I could pump blood round my body without it. Beatles stuff? It's not stuff, it's rare treasures. You know, I asked to be on Antiques Roadshow, but that Fiona Bruce, she turned her nose up at me. Oh, sorry to hear that. I didn't mind. Quite a sexy gesture. Flirtatiously wiggling your nostrils like that. Quite the skill. I can see why she's worth so much. I wonder if she's ever been valued. So what's your best piece of Beatles treasure? Ah, yes, it's got to be, careful, it's this, in its original box. Wow, what is that? It's a pair of underpants that George Harrison almost bought in 1967. I've got a signed chit just there to say he was seen picking them up, looking at them, shaking his head in that groovy way of his, and putting them back, down again. So, how much is that worth? Well, if you're talking real money, I've been offered at least £3,000. For those? No, £3,000 to, what was the exact phrase? Get out of my garden. That Paul McCartney is such a joker. You've met him? Well, next week in court, yes. So much fuss about a lock of his hair. I mean, how was I to know he'd miss it at all? I cut it off when he was sleeping. He wouldn't even know it was gone. But, you know, if I hadn't been greedy. Greedy? What else were you going to steal? Steal? No. Borrow? Yes. Just his fridge. I mean, not for financial gain. I'm sentimental, I suppose. Well, I think you're at least half of that word. Priceless.